Watching crypto price action lately has been about as exciting as watching paint dry, waiting for my Tesla order from January to finally arrive, or watching Peter Schiff verbally masturbate about the benefits of gold. While the market chops sideways, Elon Musk is tweeting about Doge, hedge funds are hiring crypto experts, Soros is trading Bitcoin, Germans are ready to invade, and Katy Perry is making NFTs. We're going to talk about all of this and more. Let's go. What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, like button right down below. As I said in the intro, it is super boring and we're digging in trying to find anything worth talking about on the Bitcoin and crypto charts, but really everything is chopping sideways. You can see it right here on Coin Market Cap. Here are the top coins by market capitalization. Bitcoin down 2.32%. The most exciting thing basically we're seeing, Ethereum flat. Tether, of course, flat. Binance Coin up 2%. Cardano up 3%. Dogecoin up 3%. And Elon Musk tweeted about Doge not once, but twice, even saying, baby Doja, do-do-do-do-do, baby Doja, do-do-do-do-do, baby Doja, do-do-do-do-do, baby Doge. As you can see here, everything is super boring. There is really nothing going on. Not much volatility and almost nothing to trade. We will take a quick look right now at the Bitcoin chart and then all of the news that's driving the markets. First, let's take a look at the monthly close yesterday. We would describe this candle as a high wave spinning top. High wave meaning lots of volatility, the spinning top. High wave being because there's both wicks on the top and the bottom. This is a candle that shows a bit of bearish indecisiveness, shows that bears are potentially losing some steam, but you have to wait for another candle, aka another month, to see what this candle means. You can also see this macro channel that I've posted so many times. You could argue that this held support or that it was right at support. So we're going to need to see this candle certainly moving up and closing the end of the month. At the end of the month, a long time away, above around 38,200 to hold that as support. If that does not happen, that's when you start talking about lower targets, which I do not think are in play for the moment. Looking at the Bitcoin daily, boring. Still trying to hold the EQ of this descending blue channel as support. Lots of resistance up ahead. Nothing to talk about here, basically, unless Bitcoin loses 30,000 as support or breaks above the area of 42,000. Everything in between is noise, and the more you zoom in, the more difficult it is to discern that noise from actual signal. I personally can't imagine trading this. There are people doing it successfully. More power to them. But holy crap, this is boring and brutal. Looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see we were still ranging. We were rejected here around 36K. That was the first area we wanted to see hold, to be looking at targets of 40K and above. That was rejected ultimately at the EQ of this channel. And now we have this little head and shoulders. A lot of people are talking about it. Frankly, I don't think it's valid. You need to see a spike in volume to confirm a head and shoulders in the left shoulder, the head, and then a spike in volume on the breakdown. We really did not see that when you look at the 4-hour. When you drill into 1 hour, there's a bit of a volume change, but really not much. A head and shoulders does not exist without volume. Also, a head and shoulders is a top pattern, so it's really only a top from here. But you will see a lot of people talking about it, and if you were deciding to trade it, you can get a target by the depth of the pattern from here, the left shoulder neckline, all the way up to here. You would technically want to enter on a retest of that neckline, that blue line, as resistance, and maybe you're targeting the 31,000 area. I wouldn't trade it. I don't really care about it, but that's what you will be hearing about. Now let's dive into the news because the chart is boring. First story, even gold-obsessed Indians are pouring billions into crypto. Daily trading volumes are up nearly 900% in the last 12 months. Investors pile in, regulators give conflicting signs on future. I thought India banned Bitcoin, then didn't ban Bitcoin, then banned Bitcoin, then didn't ban Bitcoin. India can't make up their mind, but it's clear from talking to anybody with knowledge that there's no intention in India for them to actually ban Bitcoin. And look at these numbers. In India, where households own more than 25,000 tons of gold, investments in crypto grew from about 200 million to nearly 40 billion in the past year, according to Chainalysis. That's despite outright hostility toward the asset class from the central bank and a proposed trading ban. We know that Indians love their gold. They love to store it in jewelry. Well, now they are starting to prefer Bitcoin. Bullish. Billions of people interested potentially in Bitcoin. Point72 seeks crypto head while Soros starts Bitcoin trading. Steve Cohen's firm, Point72, has said the market can't be ignored. Here's what they had to say about it. We are exploring opportunities around blockchain technology and its transformative and disruptive capabilities. We would be remiss to ignore a now $2 trillion cryptocurrency market. These are the big boys. We're talking about big boys. 22 billion assets under management for Point72. And then the second half of this story, Soros Fund Management is going to trade Bitcoin. What did Dawn Fitzpatrick, who oversees Soros Fund Management, say? She said they've been approved and there's a real fear of debasing fiat currencies that's driving demand for crypto. This is absolutely huge. The question is it good or bad? Soros has a reputation for shorting things to the floor. He shorted the pound to the ground and effectively broke the Bank of England. It's a famous story. You should look it up because it is pretty epic. Also, if you say the word George Soros, the conspiracy theories absolutely fly. Either way, this is huge money interested in the space, and they're talking about the debasement of the dollar, the devaluing of fiat currencies as a reason to be looking at Bitcoin. Sweet. The next story we have, German law allowing 415 billion investment into crypto takes effect. The Fund Location Act, introduced in April and approved by Parliament shortly thereafter, takes effect at Thursday. Let's look at the hot takes right here. Germany's Fund Location Act, introduced in April and approved by Parliament shortly thereafter, permits special funds, we are asking the questions here, or special funds to invest as much as 20% of their portfolios in crypto. Should every special fund, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, guys, not German. If they all choose to allocate the full 20%, that would equate to 350 billion pounds or $415 billion based on the total assets under management of such funds. In Germany, we all know they're not going to all go in with their full 20%, but it's nice to see that institutional wall of money could come flooding in from Germany. This is bullish. BlockFi rate cut on Bitcoin deposits leaves rivals scratching heads. We saw BlockFi notoriously a few months ago reduce their rates, which infuriated a lot of their users. Speculation was because the GBTC premium disappeared, and that was primarily how they were earning yield for their customers. We know that the GBTC premium eventually went negative and that BlockFi was one of, if not the largest, holders of GBTC. Well, now they have reduced their rates once again. You can see here the tier for Bitcoin. Up to 0.25 Bitcoin is 4%. Only up to 0.25. That used to be up to 3 or 4 or 5 Bitcoin. Above that, 1.5. And if you have 5 Bitcoin up, 0.25. These are like the rates that are being offered at banks, like the actual banks that we all hate. Listen, I love BlockFi. I have been a customer, but clearly there's something going on here and they've had trouble earning yield. They say it's due to changing market conditions, but that really means it's probably due to their desk not trading particularly well or earning yield for their customers. I personally, as you know, use Voyager, and I'm still getting 10% on my USDC by holding VGX and still getting like 6.5% plus a 1% bonus to make it almost 7.5%. On my Bitcoin. I think that this is going to open the door for a lot of rivals. A lot of people are going to say, man, it is not worth the counterparty risk to hold my dollars on an exchange or in a crypto bank if I'm not earning enough yield. And finally, Katy Perry to drop NFT collection later this year. I don't know if you guys also know this about Katy Perry, but she kissed a girl and she liked it. Pop music star Katy Perry announced Wednesday that she's dropping a non-fungible token. That's what NFT stands for. Collection. As well as her purchase of a minority stake in Theta Labs, pretty cool, Theta, a firm focused on decentralizing peer-to-peer video streaming using blockchain technology. She said, look out for memorable and creative moments from my residency that's both a digital collectible and an IRL, that's in real life, experience, Perry wrote on Twitter. So there will be some combination of you buy the NFT, maybe you get to have a phone call or take a picture with Carrie. Maybe you get to live your teenage dream, or maybe, Katie, you'll be a firework. I don't know, but it's interesting to see yet another celebrity and singer coming into the NFT space, taking a stake in one of our beloved companies. Guys, that is all the news and charts. I wish I had more to report, but it is boring. So until tomorrow, I will be live streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, excited about that. Hopefully the market will have changed and will be going up. Check out my newsletter in the description and my amazing sponsor, Femex. And until tomorrow, peace.